sparks alive and the ticks ignite. From the locker room to the main event, James and Aaron got some message to send. No holds barred, no filters here. They drop pipe bombs in your ear. With every slam, with every cheer, they bring the heat crystal clear. It's the Savage Wrestling Podcast. The bell rings loud, the legends clash. James Warrior Jr. and Aaron Baker Wright, through power bombs and heel turns white. Raise your horns, feel the blast. This is the Savage Wrestling Podcast. They call up fakes and praise the greats. From indie kings to Hall of Fame plates. Breaking kayfabe, truth on the track. No sugarcoat, just suplex facts. Tales from the road and rivalries burn. Championship dreams and tables turn. Feel the pop, the passion, the fire. They're the tag team that never tires. Sage talk, it's a war zone. You step in the ring, better hold your own. James brings the news. Aaron hits you with the truth. They body slam the toxic guy you think all night. This is the Savage Wrestling Podcast. Dropkick shootings never outclassed. James and Aaron calling it straight. Legends are born at this podcast gate. Blood, sweat, stories that last. All in the Savage Wrestling Podcast. Savage Podcast.
This is pissing me off. Okay, you guys can hear me now. This is great. This is great. What a great fucking start to the fucking show today. Fuck this overlay. This is pissing me off. Okay, you guys can hear me now. Apologize. I had to make sure that you guys could hear me. I'm going solo today. I've got a lot to fucking say, and I don't have time to wait on everybody else to be ready and have the time. If they want to come up on here, they can, but I need to do this on my own for just a little bit because of this. You know, over the last couple of days, I've been really stewing. I've been really thinking about how the fuck we got here, right? How the fuck can a man go onto a college campus and have peaceful debates with people, whether you whether you respect it, whether you agreed with Charlie or you didn't, you have to respect the fact that he was willing to sit down and have a conversation with his enemies, which is something that you pussies refuse to do. You constantly just want to sit here and fight on the fucking internet all the fucking time. And I'm here to tell you that as a human race, we have absolutely lost the goddamn plot. We have absolutely lost the fucking plot. I see motherfuckers out here that probably don't have a job. Probably their mom and dad pay their rent and their tuition and all these other. You know the type. You know the type. The one with the fucking colored hair, the blue hair. They thems, as James would like to say. But as a society, we have entirely lost the plot. Entirely lost the plot. I'm going to be honest with you. I know that WrestleMania 43 just got announced that it's going to be in Saudi Arabia, and I'll get to that in a minute. But right now, I don't give a fuck. I honestly don't give a fuck about anything wrestling related because this is bigger than professional wrestling. And I'm going to keep that up there the entire show. You already know who I am. I'm Aaron Baker. You need to find me. You can find me on social media and we can have a little bit of peaceful discussion because what I have to say really needs to be fucking said to our fans here in the fucking United States. And to the fans and to our international fans, if you don't understand why this is a big deal right now in the United States, let me explain something to you. In the United States, we have a First Amendment right? We have freedom of speech. Well, this man and that entire crowd were expressing that First Amendment freedom of speech right, and Charlie Kirk was gunned down by a deranged lunatic. And I'm not going to sit here and say that he was either on the left or the right because honestly, we don't know. All we know is that he was very anti-fascist and all this other nonsense. I'm not posting the picture of the shooter. If you want to know what this fucking idiot looks like, go look for it yourself because I'm not going to glorify a man who can go to a college campus, set up a rifle on a rooftop. Nobody sees, right? I mean, I've seen videos of people going, "Oh, that's kind of weird. There's a dude just sitting on the roof." And there's nobody else. There's no police presence. There's nothing. When as a society have we decided that, oh, hey, that looks weird, and I'm just going to keep walking? What happened to the if you see something, say something? Just saying, I'm not placing the blame on the people that took all these videos that were like, "Huh, that's weird. There's somebody on the roof. Maybe he's like a personal security sniper." Turns out you were wrong. I see people cheering this man's death. Why? Why? For what purpose? What purpose of celebrating a man's life, whether you agreed with him or you disagreed with him? Where in society have we decided that is okay to do? Regardless of if you agreed with Charlie or you disagreed with Charlie, the fact of the matter should be that he did not deserve to be publicly executed. I'm not going to worry. You know what? He was assassinated. Okay, he was trying to keep my composure because you guys do not need to see me be as pissed off as I have been over the last couple of days. This man, the thing is, to our international fans, the reason why this is such a huge deal is because that this is an attack This was obvious. I mean, obviously, I'm speculating here. We don't know the entire motives. As you know, I just woke up an hour and 58 minutes ago after I got all of my morning running done that I do every Friday. And you know, they finally caught the shooter. Dad turned him in. And that's the thing. That's the thing. I see a lot of these people. I see a few people that are going after the dad for turning in his own kid. I'm going to be honest with you. Going to be honest with you. I think you need to sit this argument out because if, listen, especially, and I need you guys to hear me loud and clear. Need you guys to hear me very loud and very clear. Anybody that goes after the shooter's father or anything else for deciding to turn his own flesh and blood in, I need you to realize something. And for those of you that don't have children, you won't understand. We all, to all the parents that are listening, we love our children unconditionally, right? Well, imagine if your child went out, you had no idea where he was, right? Now, I'm not saying that this is the case, but all of a sudden, on a Friday afternoon, the police are busting down your door and taking your son into custody because you decided, you know what, my son is a danger to society. He killed somebody. He killed somebody. Listen, here's the thing, okay? And I know I'm all over the place with this because there's a lot. And it's a lot of just pure, raw emotion. Because I've seen a lot of disturbing shit in my almost 30 years of life that the video of Charlie being shot has been just so ingrained into my subconscious mind that I haven't been able to really get a whole bunch of sleep over the last couple of days. I've been quite numb to everything. And unfortunately, you know, this is a Savage Wrestling podcast, and here I am talking about political. You know what? I'm just gonna call this what it is. This was a political assassination. I don't give a fuck about the killer's motives, etc., etc. Because the fact of the matter is that Charlie wasn't the first one. Charlie was not the first person to be outspoken and to have a public opinion who was publicly assassinated for having said public opinion, and someone didn't agree with that. Someone did not agree with what Charlie has said in the past and got so pissed off that he wanted to extract revenge. And for that, I have no sympathy. Because unfortunately, in the state of Utah, they have the death penalty. And you will find out, just like so many others before, that we don't fuck around. We don't play this fuck around and find out game. You fucked around, and now you're going to find out whether you get lethally injected, you get the electric chair. Honestly, for me, and this is just a sick individual, live stream it. Live stream his public execution, because I think that that's something that I think that is something that nobody gets to see, but they need to see. What happens when as a society we stare in the face of fear and we spit in its mouth, and there are consequences. Now, I don't want Charlie's death to be in vain, and I don't want us to just move on and forget what he started. You see, I didn't know Charlie personally, and I wasn't really much of a fan. But from what I did see, is that he was willing to sit down with his enemies, get things thrown in his face, verbally assaulted, called names, and everything else. And you know what? He did it all with a smile. And for some of you, that pisses you off. Charlie was willing to sit down and have a conversation with people that he disagreed with, which is such a lost fucking art form because we're so dialed in to our fucking retarded screens in our fucking hands. We're so dialed in to the fact to our phones that we forget what reality really, really looks like. And seeing the video being reposted so many times, ladies and gentlemen, that's what reality really looks like. It's not all sunshine and rainbows and gumdrop mountains and everything's peachy and everybody gets along. Nah, not how the world works. The reason why this death is hitting the country so hard is because it shattered every fabric of whatever reality you wanted to paint for yourself. And it painted it in sanguine, which is the color of blood. Painted it in blood. Now, I don't know what else to say about this topic. I hope that the shooter, wherever he goes into his afterlife, I hope that he's talking to God right now and asking for forgiveness. Because you know what? Charlie would have forgiven you. And he would have said, you know what? Hey, buddy, shit happens. But what I don't want to see anymore is senseless violence just for the sake of senseless violence. I'm not saying we round up people in the streets and we physically assault them, because guess what? Assault is a crime. Whether you're right, left, or in the middle, it's a crime. I'll say one last thing. About Charlie. And then I'll get off the subject because we've got fucking wrestling to talk about. Whatever the modus operandi was of the shooter, Charlie didn't deserve to die the way that he did. Not at all. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Your spirit will live on, because your spirit will live on here at Savage Wrestling Podcast, because here we are willing to have a conversation with those on the other side of our own thought process. We never victim blame. We never sit here and down somebody for having their opinion, no matter how stupid and retarded it is. Because at the end of the day, It's the internet, folks. The internet is not real. It's not real life. There's a whole world out there waiting to be discovered. But let this be a lesson. Let this be a lesson that no longer will people sit around and be silenced. And that's what Charlie Kirk would have wanted, is for not people to be silent, but to have a damn conversation. I don't know where to move on from here. I really don't. I this is why I probably should have done this alone. Again, where do you move on from here? Like I'm sorry to the people that are watching right now. I literally have lots of words. I thought I was going to be more prepared for this, but I'm not. It's been a dark 2 days. It's been a dark week for me. It's been a very, very somber week. Man, this fucking sucks. This is really affecting me more than I thought it would. You know what? I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. You guys can watch the announcement for WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. Just give me like 1 second. Just give me 1 second to pull up this fucking video. And yeah, I'll be silent because I just don't have anything to fucking say about this. I just okay. You guys are gonna have to give me a minute. Again, this would be really nice to have to have one of my co-hosts while I look this shit up. Come on. Can we fucking share my fucking screen? This shit is fucking retarded. Alright. We're gonna unmute here and we're gonna watch this fucking announcement.
We have already announced that the Royal Rumble is headed to Riyadh January 31st of 2026. And today we announced something that takes this partnership to a new level. So on behalf of His Excellency, on behalf of Nick Khan, WWE President, who was the driving force on this deal, I would like to announce that for the first time ever, WrestleMania will be held outside of the United States and Canada. In 2027, we are proud to announce that WrestleMania 43 will take place in Saudi Arabia as part of Riyadh season. History will undoubtedly be made again. You are making history a lot lately. Thanks to our partners at the GEA and Riyadh season, we just could not be more excited for this opportunity. This is an opportunity to show the world what I think most people already know, that WWE is a global brand that reaches every corner of the world and excites fans from everywhere. Thank you very much.
I don't even know what to fucking say to that, for real. I think that it's just... Here's my thoughts on it, okay? Here's my thoughts. I don't really give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about our WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. I don't give a fuck about Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. Nobody is going to want to travel to the Middle East when there is constant fucking unrest in that region every single fucking year. But hey, more power to you. If you want to fucking spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, a fucking second mortgage, fucking donate a kidney, donate a spleen, donate a bunch of organs just to go to WrestleMania, more power to you. More power to you. Well, we had Monday Night Raw this week. I guess I'll just tackle some of these fucking things here. We had Monday Night Raw last week. This past Monday. Again, as you can tell, not really used to doing this on my own. Computer, dude. And my overall thoughts on Monday Night Raw was that it was very mid to very subpar. I was very disappointed. I'll just go ahead and just read you my notes as I took them. Again, you don't have to agree with my thoughts and opinions, but these were literally my thoughts and opinions as Monday Night Raw was happening. Said, what a poor fucking open of Monday Night Raw. It's been the same thing every week, but hey, I guess the Usos are back. I said I need to see again. As I'm reading this, you need to understand that I am watching Monday Night Raw and just jotting down thoughts as the show continues. I need a more serious Jey Uso. I'm really getting tired of yeeted on every 5 seconds, and then he gets into the ring and yeets on us some more. LA Knight, unfortunately, I have no hope for because he reminds me way too much of Steve. I have no hope for because he reminds me too much of Steve Austin. I think he needs to find something else other than, yeah, 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 yeah. Just give AJ Styles the goddamn IC title already. Have Dom beat Vikingo at Worlds Collide and just be done with it. Apparently AJ Styles cut a shoot promo on Monday Night Raw. I'm not gonna look for it. I probably should have been more prepared. Oh well. This is where I'm probably gonna get some heat. I honestly haven't laughed so hard in quite some time hearing that we're getting Nikki Bella versus Asuka tonight and Lyra Valkyria versus Raquel Rodriguez. Riveting stuff. There were a lot of promos, but the real reason why we all tuned in was to see the return of AJ Lee on Monday Night Raw. She returned on SmackDown to set up the mixed tag at WrestlePalooza. Gonna be honest with you, Becky Lynch sucks on the microphone. Hate me. I don't give a fuck. She sucks. I have no feeling whatsoever. Just saying. I'm just saying she sucks. She sucks on the mic. There's no feeling. There's no passion. It's, oh, what about your fucking shitty husband? What about your shitty husband, mates? What about your husband? Stupid. Happy she's back. Hopefully it's not for a one-off. Bro, we really got Penta fucking around with the New Day and Grayson Waller. Yikes. The Bailey stuff I really like. I just need to see how this plays out. I also forgot to mention we got a little bit of a tease between Dom and Roxanne. And then in the main event, again, ended just like it has so many times before with a big old beatdown. But a spear from Jey Uso to LA Knight definitely has my attention. Now here's some other things that happened this week, and then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Hangman versus Kyle Fletcher at All Out. Is it a good idea? No, not really. Not really. Didn't Kyle Fletcher just win the TBS championship? Why is he getting a Why is he getting a world title match if he's the TNT champion? That's my question. Daniel Garcia joins the Death Riders. I honestly don't give a fuck. I think that that's a dumb idea. WrestlePalooza is looking to be quite the event. If you haven't seen the card already, we get Brock Lesnar and John Cena. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch take on AJ Lee and CM Punk. I know that there's another one that we announced. That they announced. I think Cody Rhodes is going to be there. Cody Rhodes. It's going to be an interesting show. Going to be an interesting day for wrestling next week. But honestly, I don't give a fuck because wrestling and everything in 2025 has just been wrestling, especially in 2025, has just been really mid to subpar. And like I said last episode, it's college football season. So I've been really kind of focused on college football more than professional wrestling, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. This weekend is looking a little bit stacked. We get Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, LSU. Just to name a few of the big games this weekend. Oh yeah. Album of the week. Album of the week is going to be something fun. Something really, really fun. You just gotta give me a second here. I'm gonna go to YouTube. Okay. All right, we're gonna go to YouTube. We're gonna do something totally different today. Something totally different. And honestly, I'm only gonna play a little bit of a snippet. So if YouTube wants to dox us, fuck off. Well, not dox us. Actually, that is not my album of the week this week. Fuck it. I don't really give a fuck about Siege, you dumb bitch. Who cares? Who cares about fucking Siege? All right, so album of the week this week is Black Lace Unlaced. Their only album was released in the 80s. Really good album. You guys are going to hear a little snippet of the I don't know why this isn't in theater mode. You guys are going to hear the snippet of the guitar solo, well, the opening of the song, and that will be it for the Savage Wrestling Podcast this week. Hopefully next week we get Willie or James. These fucking kickbots are fucking crazy. But yeah, that'll be it for the Savage Wrestling Podcast this week. Sorry this one was a little bit of a short one. I just haven't really felt like fucking talking about wrestling over the last couple of days. So, humanity's lost the plot. People celebrating a man's death, even though he was a child. He was a father, a husband, and was willing to talk to his enemies in a peaceful manner. And now that is going to be lost in society at large, because now everyone's going to just be afraid to speak their piece because of fear of being shot. Not here at the Savage Wrestling Podcast. I'm not afraid of shit. I'm not afraid of any of you motherfuckers. If you want to fucking come at me, come at me. Let's go. Let's do it. But here's the deal. Well, I don't fight with bullets. I fight with fists. Oh, this is awkward. Why is it not? Oh, yeah.
Are you hungry for some action? Tell me, child, are you feeling game? Would you like to paint the town tonight? Then I'm the one you should be knowing. I'm the one who sends the pain. I can take you on.
Tonight, the rain is falling, reminding me of what I